Hi, we're O Flamingo. Welcome to another episode of BIRDCASTING.
Casting.
All right, so today we are going to talk about our health and wellness in quarantine. But before that, thank you very much to Las Islas Gourmet, ready to eat ulam in a bottle, for hooking us up with dinner for tonight. Thank you.
So today we're talking about our wellness and health. So it was a debate whether we're gonna talk about fitness or fatness.
Feeling ko
Wellness.
tayo yung least credible people to talk about health and wellness. Pero I feel like we are not a unique case. Like there are millions of other people out there also stuck in quarantine who are not necessarily like the fittest or the most well people in the world. Just like us. Just like us.
Yeah, parang
We're
do you
only
think we're in
human.
the middle point? Like we're not super lazy, but we're also not like hardcore working out. So
But ikaw Howard, ano ba yung mga
Getting
ano yung mga getting by activities mo to get yourself in shape or like to maintain?
actually no first months of quarantine, napo-pull off namin yung mga YouTube workouts na targeted and stuff. Pero eventually parang hindi namin nakayanan ituloy. So parang ang ginagawa ko, binubuhos ko siya sa chores. And then thankfully, yung ginipig care kasi, well actually, hindi naman to workout replacement talaga. It's just more being active. Yung ginipig maintenance, required ka na linisin yung buong area na yon completely kasi maraming shit and pee. And then,
Get.
like, imamap mo yung floor, huhugasan mo yung buong cage, maglalaba ka, all in one go. So, parang weekly, meron kaming one intense chore. Aside from other things. Like,
Hirap pala
but
mag-alaga
not
ng
targeted
ginipig.
at all.
Pero kamusta yung heart rate mo as you clean the
Nag-i-improve
cage?
siya. Nakakatuwa siya kasi every week parang bumibilis at nagiging less tiring siya. So siguro may some sort of improvement on like menial activity tasks.
but it means you're getting better at it, which means you're working less.
So kailangan na niya ng other menial chore to get his heart rate up.
Dapat mas intense. Or i-double
Pero,
time mo yung
yeah.
pag-scrub or something.
Yeah.
Twice a
Parang
week na.
nagwawalis ako parang 3 to 4 times a day. Tas
Bilisan
Ang
mo na
dami
lang
nun.
yung scrub rate.
straining yung walis namin yung parang SM bonus na may kahoy na mabigat. So parang,
Oo.
ano yan? Anything you can
Again-
get from it.
Lagyan mo ng Velcro ankle weights yung walis nyo.
Oo nga.
Actually.
Quarantine.
Pero
Actually, yeah,
Billie.
quarantine just deleted all opportunities to work out. You know, because there are two types of working out, right? The first one is your active workout. I don't remember what it's called scientifically, but there's another type of workout which is your daily task workout. So yun yung walking, tapping your feet, tapping your hands, writing stuff. So that also burns calories, right? So quarantine removed both of that from us. Especially me.
Yeah.
I'm an avid gym goer for over a year. So
Oo
bawal
nga.
mag-gym.
Paano yun? Di ba?
bawal mag-gym.
So wala lang.
Hindi, replace.
You have to make do at home.
Ang hirap ng replacement kasi weightlifters kami. Tapos,
Mahal equipment.
hindi naman ako pwede maglagay ng rack dito at magbuhat ng 70 kilos deadlifts sa condo unit, di ba? So, we had to look for replacements. So, we tried body weight. No, we tried so many things.
Yeah.
Body weight, ano pa ba? HIIT, which I hate.
High
It's
intensity
City interval
interval training.
Yun. So, that didn't work for me. I hated it. So, yun yung mga Chloe ting workout. Sa YouTube.
Yeah, yun yung Chloe thing. Na-try ko din.
That's high intensity. I don't like it. It activates stress hormones. So, now I ended up doing, aerobics. Tita
Ganda.
aerobics. Ano na lang siya, parang long sprints of cardio. So, I do that 45 minutes to an hour every other day. Just so I can get my heart rate up for at least an hour because that's how it's supposed to be. Just to replace. Tas nawala pa yung 10,000 steps a day. I used to do 10,000 steps a day. That's a requirement in my life. I walked from my office to the house and back. Wala.
From
Gone.
10,000
As in my-
to 10.
10,000 to 10. Oo.
Mga 100 naman siguro.
Hindi ako maabot ng 100. Promise. As in, hindi siya umaabot ng... Yung bed ko parang 2 steps to the CR.
Get.
Tapos yung kusina namin parang 10 steps lang. Tapos twice lang ako pupunta sa 24. 24 lang yun, di ba? Tapos nasa computer na ako buong araw. Tapos wala na yung 10,000 steps ko. Tapos nagka-time pa nung quarantine na siya lang yung pwede lumabas kasi ganun ka-strict sa condo namin. Sin bawal ako lumabas ng unit. So, nagpe-pace ako sa loob ng bahay just to get steps in. It was so bad. As in, the first time I went out of the condo after 1.5 months, nanginginig yung tuhod ko. Pagdating ko sa labas, as in, sobrang sama ng pakiramdam ko. Tapos first sunlight ko rin yun. 1.5 months na wala akong sunlight. Imagine yun. So, wellness-wise, physical activity-wise, I got nothing. Just that aerobics thing every other day for now.
I mean, nag-wonder ako, at what point in the life of the world nag-transform yung tita activities from aerobics to Zumba? Parang, I've never heard of Zumba like no 90s or even no
Isn't
mga
that like
mid-2000s.
the same
Pero ngayon,
thing?
yun nga eh. Parang
Let me
bakit,
check.
ano ang etymology of Zumba or history
You-
of Zumba at paano niya na-replace yung aerobics? Because in my mind, like I've tried both. And parang nakapanood na ako ng mga videos of both. It's parang same in my mind. Ewan ko.
I
Feels
Googled
the
it.
same. What is it in your Google? What's the difference? 1990s
Zumba
din Zumba.
Yeah, 90s siya. It's a fitness program created by a
branded.
Colombian dancer. And then, yeah, it's actually a branded program that is
Okay.
also aerobics, apparently.
Branded
I
aerobics
see,
lang pala
I
siya.
see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yun lang
okay.
pala yung
Gets.
difference.
So,
Yeah.
under
Nag-stick yung name
aerobics, oo. Under
Was his
aerobics.
last name Zumba?
Hindi ata.
Kasi yung Bikram yoga,
Perez.
his
Bikram
last name
kasi
is
yung last name niya.
Bikram.
Bikram.
Sa bagay.
Oo nga.
Oo
So,
nga
bakit
naman.
Zumba?
Pero technically, ano ba siya? Like, aerobics siya na mas dance. Ganun.
Baka meron siyang signature steps at saka meron siyang intensity program. So like from least intense to most intense. Parang yung hip-hop abs.
Oo.
Aerobics lang din naman yung hip-hop abs eh.
Oo nga.
Pero branded siya.
Pero
Pero
kailan pa naging
branded.
uso dito yung Zumba? Like, parang past 5 years lang, di ba? Or like,
Yeah. Within this decade.
parang mga 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though,
Pero
yeah.
1990s pa raw siya apparently according to its
Yes.
wiki. So,
Too late
matagal
pala
lang
tayo
yung
sa
Zumba.
Pilipinas.
Pero you know
Or
what's funny
ni-rebrand
about
lang.
What's funny about the aerobics thing was that I remember when I was a child, I would pick up my mom from her aerobics class.
Mm-mm.
And now I'm my mom.
Ikaw na yun.
Ako na
Ang
yun.
gulong ng
Papunta
buhay.
na dun.
I'm the same age. Technically, yeah. She gave birth to me
Yeah.
my age, 28. So
Uh-oh.
that's
That
me.
means you need someone to pick you up now.
Who knows who's gonna be
Baram ram ram.
in the
But what do you
future.
guys think of that, like, age-related thing? Like, as we grow old, but we need to work harder to stay fit.
Yeah.
What have you read about that, and why is that so? Kasi diba in college parang
Yeah.
hindi naman tayo super active.
No, kasi the metabolism, di ba? Your metabolism slows down naturally as you get older. So it takes more effort to actually keep the weight off and increase your metabolism through heart rate increase. Parang ganun siya in-explain sa akin ng mga wellness friends. That's, yeah. It's harder. It's something that you don't really think about before. That you eat like samgyeopsal every single day and you never seem to gain weight. And then after college, biglang one samgyeopsal meal and
Bam.
you gain like 20 pounds right away.
Buti nga akong samgyupsal nung college eh. Like yung pansit canton at fishball na kinakain natin nung
Yung
college.
ano?
Pandesal, tapos may
Carbs
pansit
loading.
canton sa loob.
Pandesal na may pansit canton. Tapos may juice. Tapos yun ka
Ano,
everyday.
drinks? Tapos
Ano
hindi
ulit
ka,
yung kwento mo na you like cook like
Tas
40
puro beer
packs of
after.
pancit canton?
oh yeah, that's us. That's me.
Oh,
We
yeah.
went to an inuman. Tapos nanalo kami sa Battle of the Bands ng isang box ng pancit canton. So niluto nila sabay-sabay lahat in one go. It was so
At naubos niya
disgusting.
lahat.
Siguro hindi. Yung quarter na lang yung natitira, wala na siyang sauce.
Get.
Noodles na lang. Medyo kadiri siya. But imagine, we did that before. Yet all our photos from that time, we were all so skinny.
Diba?
It's weird.
Speaking
But
of binge eating, parang yun yung currently ko na actively tinatry unlearn. Kasi parang pag kumakain ako dati, especially, parang titigil ako kapag like a little bit over busog na. Ang hirap niya i-unlearn.
gets. Actually, being stuck at home will show you like all the habits that you have that you didn't pay attention to before, since you're always with yourself. Do you get it? Like, for me, I realized that keep forgetting to eat. That's my thing. I don't eat. So I have to be told to eat. That's the habit that I got. What about you guys? Do you guys eat more now? Do you?
I eat more structuredly now. Kasi dati meron din akong like long bouts of not eating. Tapos biglang kakain ako ng sobrang dami. Pero ngayon, parang yung meals na yung main events that kind of divide the day.
Gets.
So, naging parang time management tool siya ngayong quarantine.
Pero diba, as it should, like when we were younger, school time was divided by lunch, recess, right?
Ako never ko na-unlearn. Parang for me, 12 o'clock is lunchtime and 7 p.m. is dinner time. Parang anything earlier or later than yung fixed time na yun, ang weird nung pakiramdam ko na parang masyado akong maaga kumain or masyado na akong late kumakain. Kaya nagsimula yun, I think ganun lang din talaga kami lumaki na parang 12 o'clock, laging automatic, may lunch na. At 7 o'clock, may dinner na. Parang ngayon, ganun pa rin nag-work yung, yung time ko. Anong tawag doon? Meal time in my brain. Parang, okay, 12,
Home
kain.
routine.
Na even outside, parang gusto ko, pag 7 kumakain na, and then, or pag 12 kakain na. Otherwise, weird. Pero wala siyang science.
Ano lang, yun na talaga na feel mo na natural thing to do. To eat at 12 and at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to put an alarm on my watch na 12 and 7 just to remind me that, hey, I have to eat. It's weird. Eating is the last thing I think about. Always. Not a good habit, actually. So, yeah.
I
Yun.
guess, speaking of like wellness, yeah, to me, I guess, yung meals and cooking and eating, parang sila siguro yung naging respite for me. Kasi parang, ngayon na nasa bahay tayo lagi, parang may feeling na lagi ka nag-work. So parang yun yung excuse in a way.
Actually, that's true. Yun yung pinaka-complaint ng lahat na nag-work from home. Parang it feels like more work. And I guess it's really because there's no more boundary.
Okay.
You know, diba? The boundary is I have to travel home. I have to travel to work. I have to go out to eat lunch. Right? Now, there's no boundary. Like, you don't stop unless you tell yourself to stop.
Kaya you
You're
have
not-
to make your own boundaries, I guess.
Oo eh.
in a way.
And I guess employers also have the tendency to think na parang, bakit ka titigil mag-work? You're just at home. I hear a lot
Oo
of
nga.
stories like that. So, parang it's really hitting a lot of people's wellness and mental health. I've read a lot of tweets about it also. And people are just feeling so tired working from home. So, yeah. Do you guys experience that? Like, how did you address that kind of feeling if you did have that?
Well, I think Bills, ikaw pinaka makakasagot niyan kasi kaming lahat ay merong alternative ways of living
Self-employed.
ever since parang even before
We
the
are all our
quarantine.
own bosses.
Meron kaming sariling rock and roll eh. So, ibabalik ko yung tanong sa'yo. Paano mo manage?
I don't wanna incriminate people. I mean, everyone was trying super hard to make working from home work. I guess there are just some groups or organizations who are like more adept to working with technology, and some organizations that have no idea how remote working works, right? So that takes a toll on the mental health of a lot of people. But I guess it was the thing that made it work for me was putting my foot down. So syempre I had to make sure that may karapatan ako to put my foot down, but I did and told people that no, I am not working on the weekends, and no, I will log out at 6 o'clock because I am logging in at 9 a.m. Therefore, I will log out at 6 o'clock.
Good.
So,
Paano yun
ganun siya.
tinanggap ng iyong like higher ups na hindi ka kasi for sure meron kang office mates na ganun mag-work na parang work okay 9 to 6 hindi na napapansin, midnight na nag-work pa rin sila, Sunday nag-work pa rin kasi nga na-blur na yung lines between home and office.
Well, it was clear. There were established parang log in, log out policies. So, we just had to make sure as a group that we followed the log in, log out. Dapat walang hindi fa-follow ng log in, log out. Because the moment that one person breaks that, others are expected to follow.
Yeah.
Diba? So,
Parang it would
dapat
set
yung
a
ini-encourage
precedent.
and hindi siya gawin. Yeah.
Gets.
Ganun siya. But not all people agree. So, it's really a matter of your values also and how much you care for your employees, etc., etc. So, kung asshole ka na employer, ikaw na yun. Kasalanan mo.
Feeling ko merong employers out there na parang tinitreat as utang na loob. Na parang pinapag-work
definitely.
from home ko kayo. So, dapat
Hindi.
on call kayo. Or parang buti nga may trabaho pa kayo. Utang na loob
Oh my
niyo yun
God.
sa akin. So, dapat
Sobrang nightmare niyan. Ang dami kong narinig na ganyang stories from other people. na sinasabihan sila na buti nga may trabaho ka pa eh. Ang dami-dami walang trabaho. So, I don't know. I feel like it's so toxic. Like, would you really blame that person for still having a job right now and it's still, their company is still working? Diba? Parang I know there are targets to be hit for the company to stay afloat, but at the expense of what?
Yeah.
Right? I know a lot of people who also forced themselves to resign from their work despite the difficulty looking for jobs because of that, because of asshole employers, I guess.
Yung parang hostile environment na na-create ng working from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
I guess meron
took
nga
the risk.
talaga mga company na parang hindi gets kung paano yun. Ano yung working from home in a healthy way and like just being a slave driver.
Yeah. And it's also relates to the problem now of remote education because the most overworked actually are the teachers.
Ah,
Diba?
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Diba they're working mga 12 to 15 hour shifts a day.
Outside their class, they're preparing their lectures. And
And it
what I hear about is it's taking so much time for teachers to create their content. Kasi
yeah.
they have to learn to shoot videos, make presentations. Totally different game.
Yeah, parang double yung work kasi like when you think about it, yung pagtuturo is a very ano ba yun? Parang magkaharap talaga kayo
Straight.
dapat eh.
Oo.
'Di ba? And then magigets mo yung mga ibang trabaho, like yung mga office jobs na on a normal day nasa computer lang din naman sila anyway. Pero ngayon na kailangan mag-work from home, nasa computer lang din sila pero nasa bahay. But imagine being a teacher during this time. Like you don't even have a blackboard at home. Like, siguro meron iba, pero like, bakit kami blackboard sa bahay? Kung meron man. And napansin ko, most of them, hindi, parang marami sa mga teachers and professors are quite old. Diba? Or hindi sila digital natives. And yung fact na kailangan nilang magturo all of a sudden online, in a matter of, I don't know, like 6 months to prepare or even less, parang, wow, ang hirap. Ang hirap nun.
How do you translate the live dynamic of students? Example, especially mga preschool teachers, parang that's what I see na sobrang hirap. Of course, to be able to catch the attention of the child, you'll need the help of the parents, right?
Yeah.
So may added layer pa of orienting the parents on how to like guide the children to stay involved in online classes. And it's really sad to see a lot of comments online from parents and students alike saying na you're not doing your job well enough. We're paying you money. Why are you not like used to this Zoom thing?
Yeah.
You're supposed to know how. We're paying you. Ganun sila lahat. Tapos ang lungkot kasi parang grabe naman kayo. Bakit kayo ba sa sarili niyong mga work from home hindi kayo nag-struggle to adapt? Diba?
Exactly. Yung parang usual na nakikita kong reklamo ng parents ay, ano ba yan? Parang ako yung estudyante. Pero parang wala eh. Hindi
What does that even mean?
Yung parang feeling nila kailangan din, lalo na for younger kids, parang kailangan nilang nandun din sila beside their child. Pero wala eh.
Yeah. Kailangan
talaga
na.
eh. Kailangan mo
Kasi
talaga eh.
Hindi naman mahahawakan nung teacher yung student from ganyan siya. Come here, child.
Do not fall down the stairs or the chair. But wala akong magagawa. Oh.
And
Yeah,
ano pa? Yeah.
For me lang, it's just like, I just can't imagine the setup if I was a student. Because like, before, when I was going to a school in a proper environment and learning from a professional, quote-unquote professional, I was already having a hard enough time. Like, I can't imagine it if I was working in a environment not built for that.
Yeah.
From, let's say, my mom, who's not a professional in that field. It just doesn't make sense. It's just like, I don't know, forcing something for the sake of, and just, I don't know. Parang it seems even backwards.
That's true in a lot of ways. Parang
Yeah.
that's why a lot of students were also calling for academic freeze. But then there was syempre there's a lot of nuance in that kasi the teachers will also not have jobs if
Mahirap din. Oo.
they do academic freeze. So they'll,
It's
diba, the
hard to
economy will
implement.
stop. Tapos,
Academic freeze sounds funny, you know. It's like, sounds like something I'd hear in a video game. Like,
Parang siyang
a dance
power.
step or something.
yeah. Academic freeze. Parang Sonic Boom.
Home, ho.
Tsaka, going back to the academic freeze.
Sorry.
The other side of
Sonic Boom.
the story. Sonic Boom.
Academic freeze. Hindi naman magiging bobo yung anak mo if they stop school for 1 year, eh. Alam mo yun. Parang, yun nata yung fear. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think people, I mean, people do get dumber, but those are personal choices they make in life. But then not kids.
Yeah.
Like, kids are fine. Like, they won't get
They'll find something to do.
more.
Ang
Yeah, I
suggestion
don't
was
know.
if they do
I
not,
guess,
if
yeah.
they choose
Ano?
not to go to school, they can do
Yeah.
structured days, care of their parents. Say, like 12 noon to 3 o'clock, we will do a bit of math or something, and then etc.
I think
Yeah, it's the supervision
yung,
naman, diba?
yung
That's
mga
important.
homeschooling
And
ang
yun yung
setup.
nai-enforce kapag may pupuntahan ka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yung mga homeschooling
Pero
setup,
ano,
parang ganun na sila
what I'm
dati pa eh.
seeing then,
Yeah.
what I'm seeing then are mga students who are having a hard time coping, not just teachers, also students. I see a lot of tweets na day one pa lang nag-ano na sila. Give up na ako, drop out.
Yeah.
There are so many dropout stories.
I wonder if may benefit yun, like, if, like, the parent and the child become closer, or, like, would it make them resent each other, or, like, alam mo yun, kasi ang dami ng
Lahat
roles na
tinik na.
fulfill ng parent. Yeah. And then, let's say, like, I don't know, like, let's say if the parent is not a math whiz, like, diba, like, pareho sila ma-frustrate about the whole thing. I just wonder if it's
Oh nga no.
beneficial to, like, I don't know. I think, well, case to case naman siya, but yeah, it's just something that crossed my mind, I guess.
Paano nga nag-work yun if your parent is not that knowledgeable in the subjects in your homeschooling?
Well, they hold the key naman yata. I think my answers naman yung, I don't know, if they, parang, what's that thing we had to do in school before with, like, the colors and the folders? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The SRA.
Yeah. there's,
SRA.
That? I do not
diba,
know
there's
that.
keys naman.
Ay, oo nga, wala nga sa
SRA
ano.
standard reading something. Basically, required ka magbasa ng certain things for your certain level.
And then may rank
And then you have to
siya.
complete it.
Okay.
Part siya ng English class. They do it
Okay.
Lagi
bi-monthly.
akong...
Pabilisan or parang comprehension thing?
Meron kang may time limit
Yeah,
tapos
star
may
system
sasagutan
siya.
Oo, may
Parang
sasagutan
ganun
kang
naman.
quiz about the thing. Reading comprehension shit.
You're not really required to reach a certain
Yeah.
quota naman.
Oh, they required us
Talaga.
in Assumption. It was really bad. Like, I was grade 5, so I was 11, but my reading level was at 6 years old.
Yeah.
It's quite far, dude.
Yeah, dude. As in super.
It's not good.
They kept telling my parents that I was dumb.
Yeah. Based on that
they had
thing,
to
yung
make
folder
me-
thing.
Yeah, based on the book thing. But then, guess what? I still
Left trip.
got into UP eventually without getting a high score in that. So it's like that's why alternative education is important.
Lol, you're like a 6-year-old reading like Charlotte's Web. It's like
Diba? They were forcing me to read those. Yung mga Charlotte's
Yeah.
Web, mga ganyan. Yun
A
daw yung
Wrinkle
level
in
ko.
Time.
Yun daw yung reading level ko. So, yun. That's why I don't know how it works. Yung homeschooling. If you do choose homeschooling, what if the parent is not equipped? What
Yeah.
happens?
Feeling ko it's not for everybody. Parang if yung job ng parents mo ay something that requires them to be on the computer for like the chunk of the day, mahirap to do homeschooling for kids. Kasi yung mga nakikita ko ay it's ano siya, very active involvement talaga with the parent and the child. Hindi siya yung parang, okay, ito yung libro, basahin mo, anak, balikan kita, luto akong lunch.
Kailangan na
Oh,
bantayan siya, no? Kailangan
Yes,
may
and meron kayong
relationship
activities
sila in a
together.
way.
Okay, so like let's say we all had our own children. Ano yung magiging decision nyo with this
Now.
whole thing going on? Yeah.
Oh my God. Ang hirap. Ang
Yeah.
hirap.
Our own hypothetical child. Just one. Because we're
So hard.
Chinese na tayo.
One child policy. Shucks, ang hirap.
Oo nga, no.
I think,
Ako pro-academic freeze ako. Academic freeze.
academic free. Pero like, iniisip ko nga din parang kung mag-enroll ka sa school tas sobrang taas ng tuition and then compromised yung service, ang hirap nga nun i-justify or parang as in personality type ko lang. Gusto ko siya i-try. Pero parang that would require some sort of sacrifice on my end, like that I won't be able to do work. So parang yun yung challenge. Parang I guess na-realize ko na to educate a child at home, we really have to treat it as a full-time job too.
Yes. Oo. Full-time job talaga siya. Yung actually what's interesting is hindi ko masagot yung kay Pat. Kasi full-time
Mahirap ang
job ako
question.
eh. Ang hirap niya eh. Parang, I don't know. Ang hirap niyang question.
Ako, dahil wala akong full-time job, game akong
Game lang.
tutukan yung anak ko.
Ang
Parang
hirap.
more
Investment.
bonding time.
My mom has a full-time job. So my siblings who are still studying,
Yeah.
they're doing traditional school online. But
Yeah.
the difference
But they're
is
adult. I mean, yeah.
may difference pa rin pala sila. Yung traditional schooling. Like the guys from my sisters from UANP, asynchronous. What does that mean? Hindi sila required to
Hindi sabay
Parang-
sa other schools. Ganun.
follow a certain schedule or something. Parang ganon. Parang requirements
Context clues,
based.
ina-assume ko parang, okay, ito yung readings. Tapos, kita-kita tayo. Like, parang read at your own pace. Tapos, kita-kita tayo. Whenever.
Parang ganun nga ata. Tapos, kapatid ko na UST naman,
Yeah.
mas fixed. As in, nasa computer daw siya ng 8 a.m. hanggang like 4
lecture.
p.m.
Parang hindi talaga
Straight.
maganda yun. Ang
Hindi ko
hirap.
kaya.
Tapos naka-uniform siya.
Oh my God. Yung
Kasi
top
nakasuot
lang.
siya. Nakasuot siya ng...
Naka-black.
Naka-
socks.
Polo.
Naka-brief lang sa ano.
Pero naka-brief lang siya. Pero naka-polo
Kailangan niya
siya.
lang tandaan na wag tatayo.
So I need to ask them actually. I should interview them. Parang how are you guys mentally, emotionally, and spiritually with the setup that you have, given that you have different setups, di ba? So
Actually, okay, I'm thinking about it now. Siguro more now. Siguro academic freeze ako. Pero it doesn't mean my child
Learning
will just
stops.
be like nag-Netflix lang siya or whatever.
Yeah.
Siguro I can use that opportunity na to teach mga school of life things.
Oo nga.
Like gardening, stuff
Other
you don't learn
activities.
in school. Yeah.
Parang
Other
pag break year ka sa college.
stuff. Para hindi wasted
Gap
din
year.
yung time. Because I feel like I'd waste more time trying to figure out which is the subject and which is the predicate. Like, and shit like that. Like, I'll be
Yung
like,
technical.
Nasa personality
Is
type
this-
siguro ng parent.
is this a phrase? Fuck, I don't know. What's the clause? I don't
Tapos
know.
kasalanan mo
Yeah.
pag mali yung alam ng anak.
Oh.
What is the
Yeah, the clause in the phrase.
participle?
I never got that one. That always fucked me up.
Ay, ako rin. Yung
Independent clause.
Independent and
hinuho-
dependent.
Grabe, like ilang beses ko yun na-encounter sa grade school at high school, pero parang never ko siya na naggamay.
Context clues. Independent can stand on its own. Dependent
Yeah.
cannot stand on its own.
Maybe if it has
Okay.
a subject, a verb, and
Tsaka,
There's a helping-
paggamit ng
helping
semicolon.
It's to end, you
Hinuhulaan ko
can
lang
end
din
the
yan.
sentence but you continue anyway.
Yeah, parang what I do na lang, naghagdada. Pero sometimes I put the semicolon when I wanna feel smart. It's like, oh, I used it.
I wanna feel smart. Semicolon.
yeah. Used it.
natatakot ako
In
gawin
like
yan.
formal emails.
Ang ganda. I just don't use it.
Parang yan pala yung Waterloo ko, yung technical language. Yung technicalities of
Syntax.
language.
Ah.
Oo, parang kaya ko magsulat, kaya ko magbasa, kaya ko magsalita. Pero yung ganon, yung hindi
theory
ko,
behind the
Yeah.
So,
Oo. Parang di ko pala siya masyado alam.
Gets.
Iniisip ko rin yung academic freeze. Baka kung parang yung personality type mo yung mahilig mga likot, parang maganda siya na opportunity to ask your child, ano ba gusto mo gawin? Tapos kung may sabihin siya, magbigay siya ng 3 options. Tapos ikaw as a parent, titanong ko ano yung pwede mong gawin or para ma-introduce sa kanya. Kunyari, gusto niya maging computer programmer paglaki. Hanap ka ng sarili mong online references. Tapos itry mo ituro sa kanya. What if ma-develop niya yung talent na yun sa year na yun or something?
Para siya extended
School
summer
of
vacation.
YouTube.
School of
Extended summer vacation.
Khan Academy.
early internship.
Pero
So what
iisip
I'm
ko,
getting-
mag-work
yeah.
yan pag bata. Pero paano kapag yung tipong nearing graduation na yung anak mo? Tapos,
Alam
Sa
mo,
high school. Kaya
Hindi,
high school.
as in college.
College. Alam mo
age.
yan yung
college.
pinaka nag-worry ako eh. Kasi there are so many kids nga na about to graduate college that had to drop out. You know? By
Ay,
force.
God. Oh, shit. Oo nga.
So,
no.
hindi nila matapos yung school nila because they have resource issues like laptop, internet. Diba?
Yun yung mahirap. Yun yung...
Okay, so I'm thinking like, kunyari, college, diba? You graduate at like 21, 20,
Yeah.
21.
Mga
Right?
ganun.
Then, there's just gonna be this whole parang ma-shift yung buong generation na yun to like, okay, now people will be graduating at like 23. Parang
Ay, oo nga.
24.
Tapos K-12 pa sila.
Not
They're
the
older.
best
They're a lot
combo.
older than us.
Yeah.
So parang madedelay din yung life progress nila in a way,
Yeah.
I guess.
Technically.
Or wag na, just fuck it. Just don't graduate, go straight to work. Maybe they should allow that. They should allow that.
Now,
because
no. They should.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be an amazing option that I think a lot of people would take na instead. Backdoor na.
Yung
Just
sister
not sure
ko...
doon.
Yeah. Ay, yung sister ko third year, pag sa third year na siya sa college, yung course niya painting sa fine arts. So, ang weird nung thing nila kasi they were just in the studio working on their paintings and then you have to see them in real life. Pero ngayon, pipicturean na lang nila.
Paano yung technique?
Paano i-assess
Oo
yung
nga.
brush stroke?
Yeah, yun yung hindi ko pa siya natatanong about it. Pero parang ang hirap kasi yung ginagawa nila, especially dun sa painting, is sisilipin nung prof mo every now and then yung ginagawa mo eh. Parang
Yeah.
for the 3 hours, labas-pasok siya as parang, kamusta? Okay. Sige. Ganon. So, hindi
Gets,
nila
gets.
magagawa
Wait,
yun.
parang online sila. Tama ba? Parang meron silang Zoom. And then sisilip-silip yung prof dun sa... So itututok mo yung camera nung computer mo dun sa pinipinta mo. Tama?
Yun nga eh.
Damn.
Yeah, picture. Pero feeling ko baka maging mas conceptual na lang muna yung curriculum nila instead of, I don't know, tricky.
That's my same question because my brother's in Arki. So they make plates and they don't get to check the details of the
Oo
plates.
nga.
Oo
Paano
nga.
yun?
Or baka sila, skip to software. Ganun.
CAD na lang. Gets.
It's so funny, like in painting, you could totally cheat your way into it. I mean, out of it, because your brush doesn't even have to be wet. You can just be going like that in the zoom, and then
Nasa Zoom room tayo nagpe-paint together.
yeah. I mean, your back is facing the thing, right? So you can just go like that, and then your teacher checks naman lang naman from time to time.
Weird.
Ang di ko rin ma-imagine, like yung for the very science-heavy courses na nagla-lab usually.
Ayaw nga yung lab.
Tapos kung all of a
yun?
sudden, parang theoretical lab lang lahat. Sobrang short-changed nung pakiramdam. Kasi iba yung learning na nakukuha mo when you're actually doing or working on an experiment. Rather than parang ikukwento sa'yo na, okay, this is the setup, we got this result, and then i-compute nyo na yung kailangan i-compute. Kasi we've had mga ganong experiments dati na parang, okay, today dry lab lang tayo, meaning theoretical numbers lang, etc. etc. Kasi wala tayong budget, di ba? So, pero ngayon, hindi ko ma-imagine na even yung mga basic experiments ay dry and theoretical lang.
Oh. Wala.
Oo nga.
Alam mo, ito yung mga hindi naiisip ng mga tao, no? Online,
Yung
mga
Bunsen
nag-rant.
burner. Wala kang Bunsen burner sa bahay.
Erland Mayer
Wala
flask.
na akong kalan.
Test tube.
Wala na, hindi na magsasalita. I might sound dumb.
Okay lang. I accept the dumbness.
Test tube brush.
Pero ito yung hindi nakikitang nuance ng mga nagko-complain sa internet na madlang people, no? Na it's a lot heavier than what they think. Na I can't understand what you're talking about. Your slides are lagging. You suck. Parang hanggang dun lang yung nakikita ng mga tao. Nakaka-frustrate.
Ano yun? Di ko gets.
The students who are complaining and parents that their teachers suck at teaching Zoom classes.
Well,
Mahirap.
yung ibang teacher,
Not completely
dinosaur talaga eh, even in real life, diba?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't know that stuff din talaga.
Meron
Yeah,
ang mga
tas-
naging prof na ano pa. Ang tawag doon? Yung pang simbahan.
OHP.
Oh my God. Oo. Parang, damn. Astig.
Overhead projector.
Yung papatong niya yung susi niya para
Hindi,
hindi pa rin
drawing.
yung ano. Grabe yun. Kumusta kaya? Well, pwede naman, tutok mo yung camera mo sa papel tapos isulat mo ganun.
Pero, yun. So how are you guys coping with all this cabin fever? Going back.
Okay lang. Ako,
We dove into
Yun nga.
education.
nagluluto lang ako also to not naman to pass the time. Actually, okay din siya kasi na-enjoy ko din siya. And wala, parang life skill learning.
Yeah.
I made lasagna. That shit takes forever pala.
Nice.
Grabe. Super tagal.
Nice.
Ang daming
Clear
steps.
my lane.
Nakapagod.
Sarap na may oven.
Yeah. And whatever. Nagtitrip lang ako sa food
Yeah.
making.
Yung gusto ko about like
Stuff.
cooking is that yun yung parang real life interface mo outside your screen. Kasi parang na-realize ko na yung pagkain, parang sila yung mga objects talaga na ang daming pinapagawa with your hands.
Again.
So,
Kasi maraming
very
prep.
ano siya. Nice tactile activity. Kasi
Gets.
nakain mo siya.
Ang
It's
iniisip ko
ironic.
ay Ang iniisip ko hanggang kailan ko kaya yung ganitong setup.
Nasa
Kasi
bahay
parang,
lang.
oo, like, ngayon, parang meron pa ako mga things to do or like, things that I do para lumipas yung oras or like, hindi ko mapansin yung kawalan ng anything. Like, meron ako mga, parang si Pat, nagluluto din ako, yung mga mahirap na pagkain, niluluto ko. At the same time, meron ako mga tinatry na projects na usually hindi ko magagawa. Pero feeling ko at some point, mauubusan ako ng gagawin. Like, mawawala lahat ng
Mawawalan ka na.
ng things to do ko or ng backlog ko. At parang, ano nang mangyayari sa akin? Hindi ko alam. Kasi parang meron din namang side of me
Yeah.
thinking na maybe I should accept the situation and that it's gonna be like this for quite some time and wag ko nang tignan. Like wag ko nang i-look forward yung light at the end of the tunnel or i-look forward yung pagbalik ng normal because it's not gonna happen. Or like it's better for me not to expect it to happen anytime.
Academic freeze. Na-academic freeze.
Si Pappu. Academic for me.
Nag-academic
Yun.
freeze ka, Pappu.
Sorry. Pero sa recording,
Pero yeah,
narinig
gets,
naman
gets.
niya. Yeah.
Gets yung struggle. Kasi parang for the long time itong nasa bahay lang tayo lagi. If I think magkaroon ng activities man outside, parang once a month, pag na-normalize na or something. That isn't like buying grocery.
Yeah. Sometimes I think like this is good training for me, for Lola version of me. Because when
parang na-skip
when-
ka doon.
like if I'm just like really like annoyed or very restless, I just think like, dude, when I'm like 65, this is all I'm gonna do: stay home and do nothing.
Actually.
So mental prep ko na yung sarili
Para pag-
ko sometimes to learn how to
Pag matanda ka na,
nothing, quote unquote.
you'll
And
go back and be like, anong yung ginagawa ko nung this age?
Lasagna.
Parang enjoying. Okay, then like sometimes I take it as like learning to enjoy my own company. I mean, diba? At the end of the day, we're just with ourselves. Like we have our friends and all of that. But then, parang, I don't know, like loneliness is, I think it's like a lesson in loneliness also. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to feel lonely, but I don't know kasi if you can like enjoy your own company, feeling ko you can kind of do anything.
That's
I don't
true.
know. So sometimes that's what I think then. But then that's like when I also know I'm super bored. like, and I'm like thinking of that shit. I'm like thinking about
Nire-rationalize mo na yung loneliness
Yeah.
ng quarantine.
Yeah. It's
It's a way to
like
cope.
sometimes.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when I know I'm getting really. Maybe the cabin fever is sinking in when I think, when I really think those thoughts and stuff.
Gets.
Yeah.
It's weird though. Parang after, how many months ito? April, May, June, July. August.
6-ish.
6
Half
months?
a year na tayo. Half a year.
Parang weird on my end because I feel like I'm so used to it. I'm not even looking for any activity outside. Like
Yeah.
I'm so used to being at home. As in, I used to feel lonely and wanting to go out. But for some reason now, I don't, everything, my whole day has shifted already. Like, remote work is my normal. Like, it's not anymore a struggle. Like, I'm adapted to it 100%. And then I don't even use social media anymore. So parang that's an indication that I'm so isolated, and it's okay. Parang it's so weird. Like, I used to like check it every single day to check how everybody is. But now,
Yeah.
6 months down the road after we started this quarantine, wala. I don't even check my social media. I don't know what's going on outside, and I guess it's because we have this thing that we're doing now as a coping mechanism also for me, I guess. I get to talk to you guys twice a week on Birdcasting and Radio Flamingo. So yeah, I don't feel lonely because
May
but
routine social activity.
it's a routine social activity. So
Yeah.
I'm not exactly like forced to feel lonely because I know that every Monday and every Thursday I'll be good talking to people, right? Parang
Yes.
ganun. So, ngayon ko
Yeah.
lang na-realize na hindi na ako lonely. Parang nag-adapt na ako 100% to this whatever this shit we're going through.
Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, dagdag stress din yung social media kasi,
Yeah.
diba? Like, I mean, sometimes it's fun. Like, I love seeing stupid memes and
Yeah.
stuff. Natatawa talaga ako. Pero like, a lot, a lot of it also could just be like unwanted stress. Then ang hirap let's say like, if you were all in like, if Facebook was a physical place, we could just leave anytime we want or stop talking to this
Yeah.
person or just walk away from them, right? But because like your feed is just like constantly there, parang it's also hard to set boundaries from what you read and ingest online, parang ganun. So
Yeah.
dagdag stress lang siya most of the
Yung
time. For me at least.
Yung ginawa ko lately about that, parang I zeroed in on my notifications. So parang ginamit ko yung feature na yun in my phone to just naka-mute most ng mga notifications na ayaw ko. Pero parang may gagawin ako in the phone na naka-pack lang siya. So parang I just
Yes.
decide when I want
Oh,
to.
I have zero
Yung narealize ko
notifications.
kasi parang every time may nagpa-pop, nasa-stress ako.
I have zero notifications. I deleted all of
Ganda
it.
yun.
Shit, I should do that. What I did was I moved the social media icons to like a different part of my phone, so I don't see it when I open it.
Medyo malayo.
Yeah.
Like-
Gets.
Yeah,
Oo nga, no?
I hid it somewhere, so I don't scroll there towards there or something.
So we all have social media cleansing things that we did all throughout this quarantine.
Yeah. Ako naman
That's
parang,
good.
I just find myself less compelled to check. Although, I'd say, check ko pa rin siya regularly kasi lagi kong feeling na gusto kong malaman anong nangyayari sa mundo on a general scale. Hindi naman, kasi parang anong nangyayari, yung social media na yung news ko rather than me going to news sites and reading about it.
Gets.
Parang mas nakikita, alam mo yung parang i-average mo yung mga news na nakikita mo. Parang, si ganitong source, si ganitong source, si ganitong source, si ganitong source. Tapos, okay, isi-synthesize mo into, okay, ito yung nangyari. Kasi nga parang, wala eh. Obviously, very, very polarized ang news ngayon, especially, local news especially. So parang, mas ginaganon ko. Pero, I just try to keep myself informed at all times. Pero yung mga tipong yung tinitingnan ko ano yung mga ginagawa ng mga kaibigan ko, wala na eh. Pare-pareho tayong walang ginagawa eh. So, parang wala na rin akong rason para tignan. Parang, okay, alam ko 6 months nakatanga ka lang. Ako 6 months nakatanga lang din ako. Okay na yan. Alam ko na yan. Wala. Ube pandesal, alam ko na yan. Sushi bake, alam ko na yan. Parang, okay, sige.
Pero, yeah, I think it's also important though to make yourself felt by people around you. No, because I have a tendency to disappear. That's just me. Like, I've heard that from so many of my friends that parang, oh, I haven't talked in years. You just sort of disappeared. I have that tendency to just disappear. So I guess this quarantine also taught me to actually take the effort to chat people. You know, like, hey, how are you? I never really do that. Now I do.
Yeah, same. Ako din yung parang hindi na nagre-reply after 2 responses. Parang may iwan na lang siya na unread for a long time. Tapos parang suddenly gusto mo siya kausapin pero na-realize mo na mayroon pang unreplied stuff. So parang, sige, wag na.
Wag na lang. Ano to?
Pero now we're making an effort kasi it's all we have.
Yeah. Actually, yun. Yung limitation na yun, you'd realize that, shit, hindi tayo pwede magkita in person.
Sige
I
na.
have to reach out one way or another. Effort na siya. As in, active effort na siya to see people. More than
Pero pag
adulthood.
ganun, parang mas nasasala mo. Nasasala mo yung friends. Parang, ano ba yun, yung quadrant na important, urgent, ganun. Parang, kahit sa friends mo, kasi kunyari, naalala ko, nung start nung quarantine, feeling ko parang, wow, like, this is something new. Tapos parang dami mong friends. Like, Zoom kayo ng Zoom. Lahat ng tao ka-Zoom mo. Meron lahat ng activities ginagawa nyo online. Mga game night. Like, inuman, whatever. Ngayon parang, di na, dude. Like, di naman tayo friends talaga masyado. Okay lang yan. Just go on with your thing. Parang ang nalilimit ko na lang yung mga kausap ko to like, alam mo yun, people na talagang nandun sa close proximity ng circle of influence ko. Pero grabe talaga. Isipin mo, umabot na dun sa point na yon na natuwa tayo dun sa time. Tas ngayon nandun na tayo sa point na parang, oh my God, ano nang nangyayari? Ano nang gagawin natin dito? Like, now, yung holiday feeling nung quarantine, ano na eh, as in,
We're
die
past
down
the
na
denial.
Nasa acceptance na
Sobra.
tayo eh. As in,
Nasa
super
acceptance
acceptance.
na.
As in,
Hindi,
okay. Nung in-announce na
Parang
state of calamity until September next year, parang, okay.
Okay.
Oo.
Okay.
Grabe.
What will we do?
It's like the next time when we come out of this, the next time we see each other will be like 2 years older.
Oo nga.
Ang
Oh
labo.
my God.
Para siyang si Avengers Endgame nung nag-snap back yung mga tao.
Na time capsule.
Lol.
Time capsule lang
Nag-snap
tayo.
back, di ba?
Nag-academic free.
Tapos pumasok sa school ulit yung mga tao. Sila Spider-Man, bumalik sa school. Tapos 5 years younger sila. Ganun yung feeling.
Spoiler.
Sana pwede maging 5 years younger.
Paano spoiler yun, Pappu? Last year. Last
Joke lang.
March
Hindi ko
pa
pa kasi
lumabas yung
napapanood.
Avengers
Hindi
Endgame.
ko pa
Wala nang
napapanood.
spoiler. Wala nang spoiler. Hindi na counted yun. Yun. Grabe, guys. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know anymore.
I wonder how it is for people who are in families or households na maraming tao. Kasi, kasi
Oh,
di ba tayo
yeah.
parang we're with like 2 to 3 other people. Pero yung mga,
Yeah.
di ba may mga households na like 8 people or
Oh, like my mom's house.
tas kasi parang Big Brother.
Oo nga, no.
Cabin, malala
Oo nga,
yan
no?
kasi matetest yung ano nyo eh. Matetest
Yung love niya
patience
for
nyo with
each other.
other.
Oo nga, no. Ngayon ko lang na-account
Wala.
na, ano pala yung setup natin lahat. Medyo same na parang hindi naman kasama yung family talaga. Feeling ko hassle for
just-
some. Like, meron kang mga makikitang sides ng magulang mo na hindi mo i-expect na makikita mo or sides ng mga kapatid. Or yung sa iba, given na Pilipinas to, kasama pa yung pinsan sa bahay, tito, tita, lolo,
Tsaka lola.
lolas. Parang intense nga. Intense.
Nag-aagawan kayo sa internet.
Cannot imagine.
Ay, yun lang. Yun lang.
I don't know. I don't remember how it's like to be in a house full of people anymore. ito na yun. Sanay na ako sa two people household. It's very chill. It's very peaceful. It's, yeah. I don't know. So, I guess we should just ask our friends, kabirds,
Comment.
if you guys can share to us your like coping mechanisms.
Especially
With, like-
dun sa education stuff. Cause
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
curious. I'm super curious, especially the ones with tactile requirements like plates and paintings and
Theater.
whatever theater. Oh nga, no? How do you do theater
Yun
things?
yung mahirap.
Kumu! De joke.
Kayo Pappu, like yung mga improv. How is it like?
we do it online. Believe it
Isn't
or
that
not.
hard?
And then parang nag-come to terms lang kami na online improv is different from on-stage improv. And then we just sort of found ways on how to do it online without comparing it to how we do it on stage.
Okay.
Na parang meron kang magagawang online exclusive, like yung
Yeah.
mga changing of backgrounds, filters, whatever.
Oo nga.
And yung mga ganon. Tsaka mas, ito ka, like harap mo, pero yung on stage, diba, medyo mas malayo yung audience. So mga ganon. Pero patay, I mean, nonetheless, hindi ko mapagkakaila. It's different. It's not as
Yeah.
nice as on stage
Not as
improv.
urgent.
And yung feeling of performing to an audience. Ito kasi parang, when you rehearse, like nasa Zoom kayo, you don't really see anyone. When you're on stage, quote-unquote, or sorry, when you're having a show, ang kaharap mo, yung same people naka-rehearse mo lang din. So parang
Hindi mo
walang
nakikita yung
difference
audience.
in dynamic. Walang stakes. Same
gets.
lang, same na same. Parang
Gets,
ganun.
gets. You know,
Compromise
the
talaga.
insight I got from that was you came to terms and accepted that you cannot compare online and live ever. And it's the same. It applies to everything that's going on now. Like yung mga online courses, online schooling, online work, online workouts, online conferences. Everything's the same, and a lot of people are still trying to and forcing to compare it to live. And I think that's what's adding to the mental distress is
I
trying
think
to
so.
like equate the online thing to the
Can't compare.
live thing. We just have to succumb to the online thing.
You just have to find the beauty.
Yeah, it's different. It's a whole new thing. And I guess that's really the thesis statement of this whole episode, that wellness is acceptance. I don't know.
Lol.
Nandun na ba tayo sa words of wisdom segment ng ng
Wellness is
episode natin?
acceptance.
Wellness is acceptance.
Pas, ano yun? Ang taong di lumingon sa pinanggalingan ay mas masangsang pa. Ano?
Ano? Ang tao ay mas masahol pa sa... Ano nga yung ganun? Ay mas masahol pa.
Ano yung saying?
Didn't Pacquiao say that or something?
No, Jose Rizal.
No,
Ang
he said
taong-
something about like homosexuality.
Yeah, yung
Ay, parang
hayop.
may yan.
But he used
Animal.
that word, masahol.
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 That's all I remember. Anyway,
Ang taong di lumingon sa pinanggalingan.
Isda.
Ang taong di
Isda.
marunong sa pinanggalingan ay di makakarating sa pinaroroonan. Pero meron pa yung ganyan na something mas masahol. Oo nga, isda. May isda dun sa...
Mas masahol, masasangsang
But
pa sa
isn't-
isda.
isn't that in relation to
Di ba sa wika yun?
loving your own language?
Yeah.
Oo.
Oo.
Sa
Ang
sariling
taong-
wika ay blah blah blah.
Sige, assume
There's
natin
no
na
way
ano
but
siya.
up.
Ang taong hindi marunong magmahal sa sariling wika ay mas masahol pa sa
Palakang pula.
malansang
There
isda.
you go.
Mas balansa pa sa isda.
Isdang balansa.
Masahol. Words of wisdom.
Malansang isda.
Masangsang.
Malaswang isda.
There's no way but up.
Yun. Exactly.
The road less
ang
traveled.
malansa means
Malansa is
No! Wait, what?
Malansa.
Slime.
Anyway.
malansa is a
Malansa.
smell
Our producer is
Funky.
talking to us.
and taste. And taste.
Wellness is...
Wellness
Okay,
is.
never mind. Pag-fuse natin nila.
Live, life, love. Ano live life? Mali, live, laugh, love.
Eat, pray, love.
Eat, pray, love. Live, laugh, love.
Being alone doesn't have to be lonely. Oh.
Ano? Quarantine sayings. Quarantine sayings. Ayan. Quarantine saying number 1. Straight out of quarantine. That's not a saying.
I don't know. I can't think right
I'm
now.
an introvert. I love being by myself, love being outdoors, love taking a long walk with my dogs and looking at the trees, the flower in the sky. How is that a saying? That's not a saying.
Not
That's actually
a
pretty
saying.
extroverted.
Yeah, that's by Audrey Hepburn.
Anyway, wellness is malansang
Isda.
the end.
Count
You
your
have to think about
rainbows.
that.
Count
What
your
Yeah,
does that
rainbows.
mean?
think about it. Because
Not
you
your
stay
country's
home,
name.
right? So it's just cabin fever. So you just stink and nobody's seen you in
The
so
oil.
long.
Hindi ka
And
na
you're
You don't even
naliligo.
bother to wipe the
You just-
oil
Hindi ka na
anymore.
naliligo.
And just being there, covered in isopropyl alcohol.
Self-care is giving
Wellness
yourself
is
permission to pause.
white sand.
a spray a day keeps COVID away.
Ganda.
I think that's the winner. That's the winner.
Ang gusto ko yung mayroon ng isa,
Spray.
practice safe 6.
Oh my God, there's a huge billboard sa may Villamor sa South. A huge billboard that says practice safe 6.
Safe.
Yeah.
As in,
Yeah. Kasi
I
one-
hate
Away.
yeah.
Wink,
Social
wink.
distancing.
these Filipino puns, man. I mean, I know it's part of our culture as a
Reality.
Filipino to just do
Serenity.
stupid puns all the time. But then
Yeah.
that was just stupid.
Practice safe 6. So yun, that's our advice. Practice safe
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Nagalit si Pat.
Some things are just better not
Well-
put on a billboard, dude. Like,
Wellness is malansang isda.
Always forward. Never backward.
Never backward.
Well,
Wala yan sa billboard. Nasa footbridge yun.
Saka sa bus stop. Sa bus stop. Malansang isda.
Malansang isda
is
is
always
always
forward.
always forward,
Never
never backward. Because a fish only swims forward. Never backward.
six.
Dash
forward.
how.
Because wellness is acceptance.
And
Like malansang
acceptance.
isda. Parang malansa ka na,
Malansang isda.
so swim ka na lang forward.
Yeah.
Never back.
Into the
Pero-
academic freeze.
6 feet.
Pero
Apart.
6 feet.
Practice safe. Sobrang ko lang kwento mag-advice.
Pero
Alright,
comment din
if-
kayo
if-
guys kung anong gagawin nyo. Academic
If you
freeze
guys
ba?
have-
Or
Yeah.
how will you
Yeah,
educate?
make your own motto.
Let
Out
us
of the
know
words
in
we
the
use.
comments below. Tama. And just in case
No
you have
comment.
not subscribed yet, click subscribe. Or click the bell button so that you are notified whenever we post new content. Like and share O Flamingo Music on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Nice? Nice.
Nice.
Alright.
See you next week. Bye.
Academic
Freeze. Freeze. Freeze.